Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's another day of your daily dose of DeFi news, the intersection of decentralized finance and AI. Today has been a very green day in the market, guys. Congratulations if you've been following and buying some of the projects that we've been mentioning on this channel. As you can see here, looking at the top DeFi coins today, we have Hive up by 71%. The Solana AI hackathon winner is clearly getting traction and attention. Some nice rises here from Orbit. I also believe that Neura also is looking good at a 34% increase. It's great to see them finally getting some traction, and so on and so forth. So it's a good day in the market today, guys. Another 20% for Hey Anon, and now they are sitting at close to like hitting a $300 million market cap, and the amount of integrations that they are announcing. I think Daniele said on Twitter yesterday or the day before that they've already got 45 DeFi protocols integrating. So Anon is not showing any chill with their new automate framework coming out. They have got over $1 million in USDC plus token supply benefit for DeFi protocols that are integrating into Hey Anon. So not surprised to see the hype there. Moving on to the AI agents category space, obviously these two are very interconnected. AI16Z is back up, which we call a blue chip on this channel. Virtual's obviously a blue chip as well, 20% rise. It did take quite a hammering actually. Yesterday I was looking at it, it was like a $2.5 billion market cap. It's now getting back up to 3 billion. Anywhere around 2.5-3 billion in my opinion is a buy zone for Virtual's protocol, guys. So take with that what you will. We can also see some other big gainers, Arc, which people are very, very excited about. Now some of my developer friends have told me that Arc is the most advanced AI framework out there, more so than Eliza and everything else. Now look guys, I'm not a dev, I'm not going to pretend to be able to confirm that. I'm just telling you what my developer friends have told me. But I mean, look at that rise, it's pretty spectacular. There's also been some great rises of Pippin, so it's great to see this obviously this liquidity that flew into Trump and flew into Melania now starting to trickle down into the actual leading narratives of this bull run, which we believe on this channel to be DeFi and AI agents. Okay, so one key piece of news that came out in the last couple of days was from Virtual's protocol. Now, basically what Virtual's protocol has done is they've now given the freedom to build with any agent framework you want. Now, they're calling this religion, which is a bit weird, but it's kind of a cool storyline. If you look at the video here, it reminds me of like Final Fantasy and some cool games like that. But basically what they're saying is they're now allowing agent creators to specify which framework the agent runs on. So there's tons of frameworks out there, guys. Obviously there's Eliza, we just spoke about Arc, there's Game, which is the one from Virtuals itself. Now that's obviously amazing that they're giving creators the opportunity to work with these different frameworks when they're launching agents. So it's certainly bullish on the Virtuals token itself. What it means for the Game token is still TBC itself, as they're both separate tokens. But this is a really big piece of news for Virtual protocols, basically opening up and admitting that there are lots of other great frameworks out there and not limiting themselves just to their own framework that they launch. So I think that's I think it's bullish. Like I said, for Virtuals itself, it also shows that the project has like quite a good open mind as to what's going on, and they're trying to be the leader and not just trying to centralize everything in themselves, which obviously is the whole point of this industry. So yeah, it's great to see. It's a really cool video here, so do check it out. And yeah, it's interesting. And one other point I wanted to make was that how they describe themselves here, and it's very clear, straight to the point. Anyone can understand this. Game Virtuals will continue on its vision to be the Shopify for Virtuals by providing a managed service for anyone to easily spin up autonomous agents. The on-chain agent economy is real. That is so bullish, like so easy to understand, to be the Shopify for Virtuals by providing a managed service for anyone to easily spin up autonomous agents. Mic drop, and they're already sat at a $3 billion market cap, guys. Like Virtuals is not going to show any chill. It's a 100% blue chip. You guys don't need me to tell you that, but I really like how they summed it up there. So yeah, check this out, guys. And if you want to launch your AI agents on Virtuals, then have a look at this guide here in the tweet, and we'll get to the next story. Okay, so DAOS Fun have just announced a new technical feature for their product. So DAOS Fun is where all of the investment DAOs basically live. And this is the dashboard here. And as you can see, AI16Z is by far and away the leader in investment DAOs. Investment DAOs is basically where a human or an AI can create their own fund, and you, as an investor, can fund that with their own underlying asset and take part in the positive potential gains that AI or human decides to invest the money in. So we've seen a lot of interest, obviously, in this. Some of the different investment DAOs are available. So you can see here AI16Z is streets ahead in terms of its net asset value at 25 million. AI Mocha Brands as well, which is obviously another play on a massive project and company. And there's a bunch of others here. There's drugs and a few other blue chips that we're actually going to talk about. We're going to do a deep dive into investment DAOs soon in a future video. So please do keep an eye on that. But my point here is that DAOS Fund have now announced vesting and unlocks for the party round participants. So what that basically means is that now when you're depositing money, when the fund is raising, usually there's like an end date, and that end date is when you get all the money back. Usually the fund takes like a carry, as we call in the VC world, which is like basically a percentage, their fee of profits. Once you take that away, then it's provided back to the users. And so basically by allowing vesting and unlocks for investors. It's adding another part of functionality to the DAOS Fun. So it's going to be interesting, guys, to see how this goes. I think this investment DAO space is still very nascent. There's been a lot of mindshare in AI16Z, unsurprisingly, but there is actually a lot of projects here, and there's also some projects that actually have more net assets value than market cap, which basically means it's undervalued. So if you want to front run my video, feel free to do some research on DAOS funds. We're going to launch something probably by the end of this week or by the weekend, where we're going to go deep dive into investment DAOs, why they're important, why they're interesting, which are the ones to watch. And yeah, let's see what comes next for DAOS Fund and the rest of the investment DAO economy. All right, so next up we have Sui. Now look, Sui has been one of the most high performing tokens, large caps in this whole bull market, and they've captured a huge amount of mindshare. They've been doing an amazing job, to be honest with them. And they've recently just released this blog post by Adenyi himself, who we've actually interviewed on this channel at Token 2049 Singapore. If you want to watch that, we'll put it in the bio. It was a great conversation. But anyway, back to my point. He's talking about AI-driven agents here. A lot of this stuff to us is obvious stuff, but basically, let's just take a step back here. Solana faced a lot of congestion, especially with the whole Trump and Melania inbound of liquidity. There was difficulty on Binance and Coinbase of getting funds out on Solana, and Sui actually has a lot more functionality in terms of it has a lot more, almost infinite space on their blockchain. It's extremely fast. Whilst we've also spoken about Arbitrum and Avalanche getting into AI agents, that's not a surprise. Every ecosystem's going to get into AI agents, every ecosystem's going to get into DeFi, but Sui has the technology to basically be the home, or at least have a very big hub of autonomous swarms of AI agents, simply because of how fast their transaction speed is, and the space that they have on their blockchain, that there's just no stopping basically what Sui can achieve. And so I am very bullish on Sui in general. Of course, I'm not discounting Solana. I mean, Solana and Base are the two homes right now for those two AI agents and DeFi, and I don't expect that to change. But what I'm saying is that I think Sui could, with the right traction, become that third layer, that third blockchain that becomes part of the three. Yeah, so we keep going down here. There's actually a project that Sui actually shouted out themselves. It's an early AI dev platform called Atoma Network. And so that might be one to keep an eye on. I'm already dropping a follow. It's a decentralized full stack AI cloud with privacy and verifiability. And something that I saw that was interesting here is that, hey, 14 hours ago, the announcement was made that Sui and Eliza OS is doing a hackathon, a Sui agent time frame with over 100K in prizes, guys. Now, I don't need to tell you again, if you've watched my videos, we've spoken in depth about the Solana AI hackathon, the winners of that. In fact, the winners of that was Hive AI, which, as we saw today, is the top gainer in DeFi. So this has an impact. And the market cap of the Solana AI hackathons coins are already over $500 million. $500 million. And loads of them haven't even launched a token yet. So keep your eyes on this hackathon, guys. I know I will be. Submissions are open until January the 31st. So if you are building in this space, it's a great opportunity if you want to consider Sui. I know I'm going to be keeping my eyes firmly fixed on some of the projects that come out from this hackathon. And of course, if you're watching and subscribe to this channel and you hit the bell notification, you'll be the first to know as well. Okay, something that caught my attention, guys, here was Big Tony XBT. So Big Tony XBT apparently turned $500 into 60 grand. He is a meme coin, effectively, but has, amazing trading skills. I mean, he's an AI agent, of course, but he's got meme. He looks like a meme. He's a meme character. So and this is the next phase for memes, right? I mean, what's the point of having a meme coin now that isn't an AI agent? It doesn't make sense to me. A meme coin with no AI to bring it to life, it's dead. It doesn't make sense. So anyways, what they've done with Big Tony is basically like the mascot for this launchpad, Make Fun, which is a launchpad on Base. But more importantly is his partnership with kind of Cogex. And with Cogex, they are building something super interesting. So I had a look at their product. They've got a really big community, as you can see here, 212,000 on Twitter. So they're actually building this insane AI agent tool that allows you to basically run your own trading AI agents. And as you can see from the tweet, Big Tony is doing really well and is getting a lot of mindshare at the moment. And so I think he's definitely one to watch. I'll just skip this a little bit. So you can see that they're inputting into Cogex trading strategy, personality traits, tweet style, personality, etc., and then the tweets that come out. And this is really advanced stuff, guys. I've been really impressed so far with what I've seen from this project. Now, this project itself, Cod3x, doesn't actually have a token yet, so that will be interesting to see when that drops. I'll definitely be keeping an eye out on that. But what I'm trying to say is that if you look at Big Tony pulling big profits, I mean, AIXBT also just a few hours ago has noticed the community sentiment for Tony and is comparing it to that from 21 and 2022. So Cod3x just did a demo of the platform and the UX yesterday in their Discord. You can see it here. It looks really interesting. So if you look at the market cap here, we can see Big Tony sitting at a relatively low $6.4 million market cap for an AI agent, which is producing $500 to, was it 50, 60 grand? It's like 100x, right? So this has legs. We checked also with Agent Scarlet. If you remember on this channel, we spoke about checking projects with Agent Scarlet, which you can do on Telegram yourself. And here's what she had to say. She had strong liquidity, has $1.8 million on its main aerodrome pair, good trading volume, a healthy hold account. It's backed by Cod3x, which we just spoke about with working products. And it's got some integrations with a project called the Lora Network. The combination of working products, strong liquidity, and growing community suggests sustainable growth potential. Keep an eye out on the Codex launch. This is not your typical meme coin. There's real tech here. I would agree. I think I'm certainly looking at this as a potential investment opportunity, guys. And actually, if you want to use the platform and build your own kind of big Tony, you will need Tony tokens and you will need an NFT. And the NFT is a little bit difficult to find. As you can see, I've just purchased one. It's called D3X. You can find it on Manifold. On secondary, it's like $10, $12. So it's nothing, basically. I would cop one of these if I were you, especially with the launch of the Cod3x platform. And if the Tony bot is creating really 100x trading strategies, I think it's definitely one to play with, one to find out. I believe the amount is 10 million Tony tokens, but I'm not 100% sure in that. And I haven't verified that at all. So please do check yourself. This is just something for you guys to go off. But yeah, I think Big Tony here definitely has a good amount of potential, so it's one to watch. Okay guys, we're talking a lot about hackathons on this channel, but it's actually super bullish because, you know, if there's tons and tons of hackathons, it shows the amount of interest in there. And then if you look at the prize pools, I mean, as you can see here from Sonic Labs, 250,000, that's $250,000. We saw 500k in the Solana AI Send It hackathon, and then we saw 100k just recently in this video, right, for Sui as well. So like, there's money being pumped in. Like, there's clearly lots of excitement. There's clearly lots of reasons for developers to come and build in DeFi. And as I've just said, you know, the amazing performance so far of the ones from Solana hackathon. There's another announcement here, which is $250,000 in prizes for a hackathon on Sonic Labs. So Sonic has been getting a lot of attention because of, well, I would say because of Daniel Siesta, with what he's doing with Hey Anon, and, you know, Sonic is one of its key partners. But also, obviously, this is the new rebranded version of Phantom. As I spoke to you about the other day, we are able to get an airdrop on Sonic if you hold certain coins on the platform and use certain apps. So if you look at our previous videos, it's at the end of the previous video, so you can check that out. But yeah, submissions are open now. There's actually a much longer deadline than the Sui one here, 250k in prizes. Again, it's another one to keep an eye on. This hackathon is with DoraHacks. DoraHacks is really quality hackathon developer provider, so that's cool to see. If you look at the judges, it's pretty cool. Like, you get Daniele himself to be on the judges. You get to see the lead engineer and founder of ZeroBro, which has also been getting significant mindshare, and the CEO of Sonic Labs himself. So I think this is a really interesting hackathon to keep an eye on. Again, what comes out of these hackathons is potential 100x, you know, projects. So keep an eye out on this one. So one other thing to watch, guys, is agent swarms, right? We need to be looking for this agent-to-agent commerce, when agents are basically working together autonomously, choosing each other for different tasks and becoming a swarm and getting jobs done efficiently. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot more than this. So the future is agent-to-agent commerce, as it says in this tweet. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this kind of stuff. So as you can see here, there's actually a deal brokered by Seraph Agent and Gecko Agent on Twitter. If you look at this conversation between two AI agents, like, love to spend my days doing that. DeFi is the new Wall Street, Gecko Terminal. They're basically, it's quite funny actually when you see them actually talking to each other. But long story short, Seraph AI sold its authenticity score for transparency to Gecko AI, and it's all here. There you go. Agent-to-agent commerce is coming, guys. And they're going to be doing a lot of this stuff between themselves, especially, I mean, to be honest, the execution rails and, you know, the infrastructure is still being built here. And this is definitely something that we're going to touch upon a lot more into the channel when it comes to swarms, when it comes to AI agent marketplaces. Yeah, so there's lots and lots to talk about. But I just wanted to show you that because this is something that I think we're going to see a lot more of on Twitter. All right, guys, that's all we've got time for today. Thank you for joining me on the channel. It is heating up in the AI agents and DeFi space. I hope you guys have put your money into the blue chips and some also exciting projects that have 100x potential. Hold your emotions, guys. Do not buy into massive pumps. Wait for the retrace. Wait for the retrace so you know you're buying at a good price. It is difficult because we know how much we all believe in DeFi and AI agents on this channel. It just makes you want to buy. But I would really suggest that we just hold out, wait. So for example, you know, at the weekend, I bought a fair amount on the dip with the Trump inauguration and the Trump meme coin. There's always going to be dips in a bull market. Just wait for the dip and do your job. You know what to do. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on the channel. We'll see you tomorrow for the next DeFi daily update. See ya.